Yeah, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in again. We are going to look at support and resistance. So, this one is more of an advanced stuff. Okay. You already know, if you are not a beginner, you already know that support is like the ground, resistance is like the ceiling. When you stand on the ground, you are being supported by the ground. When you jump up and you are trying to go above your house or above the roof, the ceiling will act as a resistance against you and pull you down. Okay, so those are principles, those are life's principles that occurs also in the market. Just understand that everything that happens in life also happens, that everything that happens in nature also happen in the market. They happen everywhere. Okay, laws of nature, everything, everywhere. So as you can see, this area here, this area and this area that have cycled red, price pushed up, came to this line. Now this is what we call support and resistance levels. Support and resistance level is different from support and resistance zones. Okay, a zone is different from a level. A zone is a full area, like an area like this. Let me see if I can. An area like this place, this area. This whole area now that I've marked, this is a zone, but this is a level where price can potentially come to this level and just reject sharply from it. But there are a lot of things that make price reject from levels like this, and sometimes it can just come to this level. There's a level here, if you can see, there's a level on this line also. Price can just come there, reject from there, go back, and then price can still go back into these zones. Are you seeing? Let me change this color. Price can go back into this zone. This candle that is here have meaning. Okay, this is a supply. All right, price can either reject this level or reject from the zone. So do you understand now? Or reject from the zone. Now this area here is a level in the market. When some people can use, okay, let's write it here. How to know, or let's say how to mark S and R, that is support and resistance levels. Things to look. That's it. Things or types of candle formation to look. Candle formations to look. You understand? Looking at candle formations to look at. Now you can either look at one, the wick of the candle. The wick of the candle, you can use it as an S and R level. You can look at open slash close price. The wick of the candle, open slash close price. The wick of the candle, you can look at open and close price. Okay, for example, if I want to take this one as an S and R level now, this area, so we can look at this. For example, this is a candle, this is one candle. This is one candle. It's a bullish candle, so let's make it bullish candle. let's make it a bullish candle. Since it's a bullish candle, now you have this, wick. Now this is a wick. Price can reject from the wick. Okay, price can reject from the wick, from this area, this exact area. Price can reject from there, or that is wick, the wick of the candle, right? Or we can do open and close price of the candle. In this case, it is going to be like this. Price can reject, no. Yes. Price can do this. That is where the candle body is touching, the line. And this one can shoot up a bit. This one, you see this wick is shooting above the level, okay? But the body, the open price, is that an open price? No, this is not open. This is open price. The open price is down here. And close price, I mean, in this place now, this is a close price. This is open. This one is open. Here is open. And here is close price. So price is possible that price will close here. That is, make a high here and then close at this level. You see this level I'm marking, this close price. This one is open. The bottom of this is open. The top of this is close price for a bullish candle, right? So this one is close price. So price can reject at close price. Closed price. Okay, price can reject at this close price. That's close price, right? This one is close price. So, and here is open price. This is open price. Open price. That is where the price opened before the candle began to move. That is open price, right? So if price reject at this point, maybe that then the next candle, because price is rejecting this open price, it may now be that the next candle coming down may now become a red candle. Okay? Oops. May now become a red candle. Alright? At this point where price is rejecting, and then we can start moving down. Price can start dropping from there. Okay, breaking new level. Now you can see that this thing is beginning to, if you remember when we were doing, what do you call now, trend. We're doing trend that price will keep making higher highs and higher lows. So it's now getting complicated. If you can see, this is actually a trend. Price move, break, move up, break this area, then you expect it to move up and then keep going down, right? And keep going down. So this is what we call S and R level. But you see this wick that went up, you can actually take it as a zone. Understand? You can actually use it as a zone. This area now, this whole area, you can mark it to the right. That is, you are believing that there's a time that this price can actually go up one day. That is breaking this area and going up one day and rejecting from this whole zone. This area is a zone. Don't worry, we'll look at chart. Okay? We'll look at chart to give you clearer understanding. We will look at chart for a much more better understanding. Okay, so that is it. Price can reject from zone, So support and resistance level, zones, flip. We'll do flip now. So how support and resistance level, type of candle formation to look at. Okay, the wick of the candle, the open and the close. So we have done that. Price can reject from this wick of the candle here, and price can reject from the zone here. Okay, that was what we have done. Price can reject from the zone, or price can reject from this wick, and move down. Okay, so for example, we see price dropping, and then price creates a supply here. You have it on your chart, it's everywhere. All you just have to do is mark to the right, or take it to the left. So mark to the right, and then as price breaks it and goes back, for example, this is a break of a resistance level. This is a break of a level. Price cannot keep just going down and down and down and down. It's not possible. Price must go down and then go up. All right, price will go down and then pull back to levels. They pull back to levels. So they're either going to pull back to a level, or they are going to pull back into a zone. Why should I take this whole area? Because there's a red candle here. As price is dropping, it creates a red candle here. This is how it will look like. This is how it looks like. This this is that red candle. If you check it on a lower time frame, this is how it will look like this. Okay, that is how it will look on the lower time frame. So you are going to mark all this place. You see all this place you mark? This is an S and R level. Okay, this one, no, it's not a level. S and R zone, sorry, this is S and R zone. Are you understanding? So it's a potential place here. Price has created some supply here. Something has happened here. Okay, something happened here at this level. Okay, this area, sorry, something happened at this area. So we are expecting that price must return. Price cannot just keep going down and down. No, price must return. Either price must return to touch this level. Remember, this is a level, right? Remember, this is a level. Remember, this can be a level and this can be a zone. Price must return and touch it. That is what price can do. Price can either do that before going down, and price can still come back, either touching this level again to reject it, or it will push into it a little bit before now rejecting. Okay, before rejecting. All right, so this is zone. And what do you call this? This is what we call S and R flip. That is, price breaks a support and support turns resistance. Let me do S and R flip here. We have a level. We have a level. After this, we are going to the chart. We have a level. Price comes, makes a support. Price breaks the support, right? It breaks it down. So you are expecting that price will come back here, okay, before going down. All right, before going down. So what I'm saying is, this is a support, this area is a support, and this area is a resistance. This area is a resistance. Sorry, this video is too long. Let me continue in the next video.